Looks pretty fucking creepy. Yeah. hmm hmm
Hi, my name is Avery, but I go by Soavecito, and I'm a horror content creator. Welcome to episode 26 of Whispers of Horror. I actually have my co host and Carefree V, if you want to say what's up, my friend.
How you guys doing? Name's Vaughn, but I go by Free.
Thank you
Nice
for
to be here again.
thank you so much for doing this episode, man. I appreciate you for that, man. Today we have
Mhm.
a awesome game called Cruelty. I was able to do an interview with the developer. They don't speak English, so they sent me a bunch of questions, and I'm gonna have my awesome co-host, as in my best friend Vaughn, read the questions and answers. Read the questions and answers while I live stream the game. So we're gonna just get started in there. And Vaughn, do you want to say anything to the crowd while I get this set up?
Oh, well, while he's getting that set up, man, before he even gets into that gameplay, this is pretty creepy. It looks pretty creepy, and I only saw the preview cuts. So, I don't know, I'm kind of excited to see this gameplay.
Yeah, me too. I haven't played it yet. It's just something I just kind of wanted to wait till the last minute, not last minute, but I kind of wanted to wait uh, to get that first experience in this game. So to show people what's it about. So if you guys like horror games, this is definitely a different type of horror game. And like Vaughn said, it's pretty creepy. It's pretty creepy. So I'm just getting the overlay on as we speak. For all of our listeners, you probably can hear some of the creepy music in the background. And we're gonna get started. Let me just get this up, and we should be good. All right, Mr. Vaughn, are you ready, my friend?
Yes, I am. Hold on one second. Yes, there's not random noise in the
So
background.
I'm gonna just turn the game volume down a little bit so it doesn't overpower Vaughn, and then yeah. All right. You know what I could have done? I should have done. What should I do? Windowed. Yeah, maybe this is fine. Maybe it'll let me put it over here. Yeah, it will be. Okay. We are all set.
Mhm.
I got the game in the background. It lets me put it over here. All right. I'm gonna click new game, and then I'm gonna ask Vaughn one by one. Some of the I'm gonna read. Vaughn, do you want me to read the questions, or do you want to read the questions and then the answers?
Probably better if you read the questions.
All right, bet. Let me get them up. I had them up, but then your boy forgets things at times. All right.
Mhm.
The first question on about the game Cruelty. Can you give us an overview of your horror game and what sets it apart from other horror titles in the market?
Well, Cruelty is a Japanese-made splatter horror. After accident, the player wakes up in a hellish slaughterhouse. Many people, just like the player, are trapped in their dreams and tortured. This work depicted the story with the deformed beings he met there. To begin with, there are a few horror games in Japan that deal mainly with splatter and gore expressions. Reasons for this include regulations based on ratings and differences in cultures and national character. Therefore, I decided to create a splatter horror game that could not be made by a major Japanese publisher. As a matter of fact, I have had several Japanese streamers refuse to stream Cruelty because of the gore.
Oh damn! Just that's crazy. So some people won't even stream it because it's that gory.
Yeah, I mean, hey, that's what we live for here, though. That is
I'm,
exactly what we live for here.
I'm not gonna lie.
I can understand how that would be a problem overseas, though, because of rating differences.
Can you see the screen or no? I'll have to share
Oh
it to
yeah,
you.
I can see it. I can
Okay.
see it.
I ain't gonna lie. This is kind of it gives you like that Saw vibes. Like
Yeah, it looks good too.
Or you ever see the movie Hostel?
Hmm.
Kind of give you that
Yeah.
vibe too. Graphics look good too.
Yeah.
I
Black
actually was
graphics is really
recommended
good.
by a dope streamer called Ruthless that said that there was a developer that was down that he played the game and said it was pretty good. So I'm interested to
Sure.
give it a couple minutes of gameplay. Oh, it's a third. Oh damn, this shit is crazy. All right, crouch. Oh damn, this is wild, man. Open and press to open
Yeah,
up the
okay.
door. Okay. All right. I'm just gonna do a couple minutes of this, and then I'm gonna answer on the next question if that's fine with you, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. So far,
I'm here to
like
watch the gameplay.
the crate can be moved by pushing. Okay. Can I be climbed? Oh, Q. Q. There's a lot of screaming and sounds like a lot of death in this
A lot
game.
of torture going on.
There's a lot going on in this game, and it just started like even the cutscene is just visually brutal. Like there's people hanging on with hooks. The hooks, Mr. Crab, like Dead by Daylight hooks, man. And the body, like the damage on the bodies is crazy.
Help! Help! I woke up and somehow
I will say,
understood.
I do appreciate the whole you
Who
didn't
are
have
you?
to walk
Where
directly
am I?
on all the metal lining.
Hmm.
That gets so annoying in games where it's kind of like, yeah, you're gonna keep falling unless you
No!
on it.
No! No!
Oh, there's definitely dismemberment in this game. I can see why they called this game cruelty.
Hmm.
Pretty brutal, bro. Is he eating it? Oh my, what? Bodhi had a snack. Hi, you ready for the second question?
Yeah.
What inspired you to create this particular horror experience? Were there any specific influences from other gaming, movies, or literature?
First of all, I've developed three other horror games in the past, but they were also called J horror games. I thought it was time to change my style. By the way, my representative works are Alice, Brutal Japan, and Emphasized. That's pretty dope. The
Oh,
movies
so you,
that greatly, huh?
not that's the sorry, good.
The movies that greatly influenced and motivated me to develop games were Terrifier 1, Candyman, Friday the 13th, Hostile, and Slaughtered Vomit Dolls. I'm going to add that to my list.
What?
For games, mainly Slaughtered Vomit Dolls.
To watch? Is it a
That's
movie? Is it a movie?
it's a movie.
Oh,
Actually,
okay.
sorry, that is a that's a yeah, it's a movie. It's a movie. For games, mainly Outlast, Dead Space, The Evil Within, Siren NT, Silent Hill 2, Dead by Daylight, and Fear. For example, there is an enemy character, a farmer who flies changing, clinging to his body like Candyman. There's a girl, the farmer's daughter, who's a reference to I'm Away from Fear. Okay, I love references, little Easter eggs.
Little cameos. That's dope. That's dope.
Hmm.
So far, like it definitely gives that like slaughterhouse, gore, death. It gives me a lot of, like I said, Saw vibes. Like, and you have to
Yeah,
leave like a place, like, and there's traps, and people just always dying, man. How do I get out? E. Yeah, like it definitely gives me that vibe. Like, but I like so far what it's showing and everything like that. Next question. How do you approach
mhm.
crafting the atmosphere and the setting in your game to evoke fear and tension?
Well, I care about level design. While most horror games have a gradual transition between show off and not so show off breakpoints, Cruelty is a short game. So, in order to make it easier for users to make an impact, we designed it so that there are plenty of scare show offs and no time to catch your breath. And one more thing, I was aware of the details of the stage. For example, we adjusted everything in sight such as objects of insects like cockroaches and flies, the position of blood splatter, etc., to make them look frightening. Hey, you throw some cockroaches on my screen, bro. I don't know.
You don't got a fear of cockroaches.
I ain't gonna say I'm scared of them. You know what I'm saying? I just got a general. I don't like cockroaches.
I hear that. I'm not a fan of them. Do I have a fear of them? Not really, but I
Oh, you
know
ain't gonna be scared if the cockroach start flying.
I would hate to have a cockroach crawl on me. I'm not a big fan of that. Is it, let me ask you, what is your definition of fear or horror? What is your definition of horror when it comes to
That's interesting.
when you hear the word?
Horror. For me, I think truly frightening, hopeless, and ruthlessness. Kind of like the beginning of the game, right? Where it's like you started off the game and it's like it's hopeless. You use that hopeless vibe and it's ruthless. Where it's like there's people being there hung up to die, and I mean they're being tortured. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of like my definition of horror.
Oh, okay, okay, I respect that. I guess my definition is anything that can make you feel like you're in an uncomfortable situation, and invokes. Yo, this game's creepy.
Yeah, okay.
That invokes you to have um, what's the thing? With two different emotions, fight or flight. You know, if you have any instinct that you should fight, then you should fight. If you run away, like this game, like I'm not gonna lie, my anxiety is because this girl is like has a little knife and she's like vanishing and coming back and forth, like and stabbing you. It's like you can't get away. Next question. While I run away from this thing, while it tries to unlock, I'm not trying to hold on. Cutting me up, so I'm just trying to get away. Hold on, run. Okay, it's saved. All right. Tell us about your game mechanics that contribute to the overall horror experience. How do you balance challenge and fright?
Basically, the game is produced with the awareness that players can complete the game with only simpler operations. Rather than a horror game, we made it more like a playable horror game. For example, even when enemies are chasing you, they should be able to pursue you with enough time to spare so that you don't have to struggle that much. I appreciate that. I hate horror games or any game where like the enemy is always so close to you. It's like Jason chasing after you, but it's like, oh, every time you turn around, he's right behind your shoulder. So if you like slow down just like slide a bit, you're gonna get murked.
Oh, 100%. Like, it's just like, it gives you the chance that you have a chance to get away, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 100% agree with that. Just for me, like even this, like when the girl was chasing me, I was just like, damn, I don't think I'm gonna be able to get away. But it still gave me an option to be able to get away. You know, like if there's a girl chasing me and it doesn't feel like it's unbeatable. You know, so I totally get that. The sound design in horror games is crucial for immersion. Could you share insight into your approach to creating chilling audio elements?
For audio, I am working with a trusted Japanese composer and singer. First, I told them what I imagined the sounds would sound like and asked them to create a few demos, from which I would purchase the highest quality ones myself. That way, only truly scary songs can be incorporated into the game. As for inspiration for the images, for example, the chase music for the girl being chased by the enemy character this time was inspired by a theme song of the witch from Left 4 Dead and the chase music of Martha from Outlast 2. Okay.
Shit.
Hey.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, I got scared. Bro, the boat. Bro, you can get killed in the cutscene? That's kinda crazy. Get hit by instant death. Like I literally got hit by something that was coming after me. And I had no chance to survive. Literally had no chance. That's crazy. And even through the cutscene, that's the wild part. Like even through the cutscene, I got.
Say you taking too long.
Yo, for real, for real. What role do narrative and storytelling play in this horror game? How do you engage players with the narrative while keeping the suspense alive? Before you answer that, I just want to say, ladies and gentlemen, we took a hiatus off Whispers of Horror. I just had to get my mind right and just like take a mental break. Just from this, it's a lot to do Whispers and having a live podcast, everything like that. But I wanted to be able to just take a break and come back fully fresh. And yeah, this is our way of coming back. And like I said, shout out to the developers for giving us an opportunity to display their game and be able to talk about and just have fun and show you some gameplay of it while my friend Vaughn tells you the answers that they gave us while I asked the questions. So go ahead, Vaughn.
Well, we wanted to let y'all know, if anything, he doesn't tell much of the story in the game. In his games, he does not tell much of the story in the games because I want the players to complement the story through their own reflection and to enjoy their story in their own interpretation. Rarely, some users say this game does not have a story, but I encourage them to enjoy the fun of thinking about the story. More to the point, I like an unreasonable fear, a fear without reason. I think it happens a lot in splatter movies. That is true.
That is true.
Any real hack and slash movie, like a real horror hack and slash, there's really no story to it. It's just, hey, we caught you. We have a killer that's chasing you, and we're gonna get you.
Yeah.
You know what movie could have benefited from that?
What?
House of Wax. House of Wax tried to give you a story, and it was kind of like, I didn't need a story. They were in a town full of people who were trying to murder them. House of Wax.
I totally get that, man. Even I will say, even in this game, like the fact that this thing makes us sound like a screeching sound, it's scary, bro. It's scary. Oh, did I not get the crowbar? Oh my god. I didn't get the crowbar.
Get the crowbar.
Definitely gives you, I keep bringing it up, definitely gives you that jigsaw, you got captured and like all these monsters and killers that are after you, bro. The mechanics in the game is crazy. Like it really gives you like, holy shit, I'm not gonna survive this feeling. My next question. Jump scares are often used in horror games. How do you integrate them effectively while without relying too heavily on them?
This is a very difficult question. I myself love jump scares, although I have hardly used it for the game. Personally, I think that making a game as a whole more terrifying by making the enemies look scary or making the atmosphere scary just by walking on the stage in the first place would make it unnecessary to use jump scares.
Damn.
Yeah, I can see that.
Oh. They definitely wanted to add as many bodies and blood and gore as they could in this movie. Even now, I just stepped on it looks like a nail. Oh, he said, "Yo, okay, there you know, you have injured your leg." Someone wants me to crawl away. Oh, I'm getting chased. I'm getting chased. Oh, I don't have the combination. What the fuck am I supposed to do?
Mm.
Bro, I'm dead. That's crazy. I got murked. And she's eating me. What the Environmental storytelling can be powerful in horror games. How do you use environmental details to enhance the player's sense of dread?
I refine environmental storytelling down to the smallest detail in the game. For example, I use environmental storytelling to guide the player through passages that are passable by crouching, will have blood splatter on them, or have dead bodies trapped in a path that can be jumped over, and so on. I also feel that by placing corpses with signs of torture here and there throughout the stages, we have conveyed to the user that there that this game is more about human slaughter.
I definitely feel you with the human slaughter, man.
Yeah, you keep getting murked, bruh.
You literally get marked, bro. Like, I literally died by two of the creatures with knives and machetes. It's absolutely crazy. I'm gonna try to focus and try to get away, but it's not looking so hot. I ain't getting away. Honestly, like, this game makes me feel some type of way, man. And not a good.
That dread of not escaping.
Yeah, bro. Like, I don't even know what the code is.
Mm.
I'm trying to see. Oh wait, read it. Fuck. There was something I could read and I couldn't read it. I panicked. It was a panic run. It's like you gotta be quick with this. Like you really can't take any second. And to think, because if you don't read that note, get the code, use the padlock, and answer it. Like unlock the door. You're gonna die a lot in this game, and I feel like you're gonna die a lot regardless in this game. So that's pretty dope.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any challenges you faced during development, either creatively or technically? Or how did you overcome them?
There's a technical problem we faced. First, I can only provide autonomous animations of enemies torturing and killing. I could not create complex torture scenes such as forcing the player to eat insects, cutting off their fingers, writhing out internal organs, and so on, because I had only purchased them from an asset store and arranged them myself. In the future, I would need to use motion capture, and expressions such as viscera flying off their body could not be implemented at this stage. More precisely, we did not have time to implement them. I would like to make more of them when I develop Cruelty 2. Okay. Okay, Cruelty 2.
Oh, they're gonna come out with another game?
When you say Cruelty 2, brother,
Oh shit.
I respect that. My man said, yeah, we shooting for the stars.
Damn, bro. The second
Right
game
into
already
game
come
2.
out. That's gonna be dope.
Hey.
I wonder what
Yeah.
what they're gonna add into it. Like more enemies, different like what you could do to the human body is kind of wild, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. It's kind of crazy, bro. It's kind of crazy. Communication community engagement is vital for the success of indie games. How do you involve your audience in the development process, and how do their reactions influence your decision?
First, I used to operate only on X, Twitter, but decided that this was not enough to get user input because only a fixed group of fans respond. No one points out anything wrong with the game, so I started TikTok and YouTube in order to publicize the development of the game to a wider audience at an early stage, and to get feedback from people who do not usually play games. I believe that we were able to eliminate any funny points of the game in advance of the game's release. And personally, game developers should have their own beliefs and theories, but sometimes these can run in the wrong or self-righteous direction. So they should adjust their game design by watching the user reaction, even if only a little, during the middle of the development process. Good.
Okay, I respect that.
User feedback, I respect that.
I think your user feedback is very vital when it comes to the horror games, man. It's not easy to come up with these types of games and just do it with your own opinion. What advice would you give aspiring game developers who want to create their own horror game?
believe that horror games are one of the easiest game genres to create, even for beginners. However, don't underestimate the quality of horror games. If the quality of a AAA horror game is 10, a novice game developer can easily reach about 4. But from there, it's difficult. First off, it is important to release a number of short horror games. People can often try to create a big hit, but it's impossible. In game development, it's important to build up a series of games. I agree
Okay,
with that.
I agree with that. That's I mean
I
that's
found a lot of decent horror games that, little short work. I've seen you play a lot of short works that, you get a part two to, you know what I'm saying? And it's not like, oh, this looks way better than the first one, you know what I mean?
yeah, yeah, and I agree. It's just like just doing repetition between making more and more games. Like you get better at it. You literally get better at it. So I really respect it. And like I said, it sounds like a Cruelty 2 is in the works in the making. So everybody stay tuned for that. This game is just like I've seen gore, but like this game is really pushing it, man. I haven't seen this much gore in like I don't know, man. It's like really disturbing. But
Yeah.
like you gotta push the limits when it comes to horror games. Um, Finally, can you share any teasers or hint about what players can expect in the future from you or your studio in terms of horror gaming experience?
Well, he is developing Cruelty for Switch, Xbox, PS5, and other consoles. And in parallel, he will be developing Cruelty 2, so y'all can look forward to a second game. I also plan to create a new Japanese horror game using the gore expression technology that I was able to acquire with Cruelty. Of course, I need sales of Cruelty on Steam to make this happen, and I hope you will all play Cruelty. He also wants to let you guys know, um, first off, he does not speak English, so he was using a translation software, and he understands that some of his nuances and meanings may not be conveyed. But he hopes you guys understand and enjoy the game.
Yeah, I mean the game is like I said, the game is fun. Like it's definitely different, definitely different vibe that I usually get. Usually it gives like even the Evil Within it gives me the same vibes too. But like this game is just like X-rated. Don't play this in front of your kids. Like you're gonna see some real terrible shit. Like I give the developers so much credit for making this game. Like even me it made me jumps. Like I had a couple jump scares. I died very brutally, and like I'm not even 30 minutes in, and I just feel like if I finished this game and just played more of it, I would see something that would make me feel like, all right, I gotta give myself a break. What's your opinion on the game, Ron?
That's it. So far, I think it looks great, especially for like uh I guess I guess this would be considered indie game.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
And
indie horror.
everything. But it doesn't look like it looks like something that came out of a decent sized studio. You know what I mean? Um, I like the whole thing of like, yo, with horror, there's no real objectives. You're just trying to get out essentially,
Mhm.
and that's it. It looks good so far. You know what I mean? You've been tenderized by the enemy at least twice already in a short time. So, it
I've
gives you
died
that
multiple times in
dread.
the last 30 minutes.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So it's pretty
Honestly,
dope.
everybody go give Cruelty a try. It's a definitely an interesting horror game, and a Japanese developer made this, and like I said, this game is definitely different. If you're squeamish, if you're scared of just blood and gore, this maybe not be the game for you. But if you're all into that, check it out. And look, the graphics, like I said, is pretty top notch for a game like this, man. So go check out the developer.
Hmm.
Thank you all so much for 838s Maniacs for giving me an opportunity to play this, as well as just answer some of the questions that he asked some of the questions, and then giving him. My gosh, I can't speak. Thank you for him to answering the questions I had and let me reveal them on live stream, and again giving me an opportunity to play Cruelty and just get the developer's mindset. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, this is episode 26 of Whispers of Horror. Like I said, we're just getting back into the thick of things, so it might take us a couple episodes to get back into where we were before we took the break. And we got some dope developers coming in the future, and just not only developers, just content creators, as well as maybe a movie producer. We'll see. But stay tuned for that. My name is Avery, but I go by Soavecito, and I'm a horror content creator. And my co-host, Carefree V, aka Vaughn. And you want to say anything else to our beautiful people, Vaughn?
Hey guys, like you said, once again, go check out CRUELTY. It looks really cool. You can find it on Steam right now.
Link is
It's
in the
affordable.
description.
It's horror. You know what I mean? It's something great for everybody that likes horror.
Yeah.
And if y'all are with it, I'm a variety streamer and everything. I don't stream on the regular like this guy, you know what I mean? But if you ever want to come catch some cool vibes, come check me out on Carefree Read everywhere.
Yeah, shout out to that, and then shout out to the dev again for giving me the opportunity to play Cruelty and just answer some of the questions that I had towards it. All right, guys, this is episode 26, and we will be back for more